What's going on, TBU fans? Cloud Envy here, and we are returning for the season that was not supposed to be. This is season 5, and I didn't really make a layout or do like a draft analysis. Look, I've been busy, okay? I got stuff, okay? Stuff to do. But more realistically, I didn't have time to make the layout. I usually ask Bird, great guy, great friend of mine, looked him up. But he's been busy as well. I haven't wanted to bother him with it. One will be coming. It's going to happen. So, unfortunately, I am depriving you of my beautiful face. I know. I'm sorry. It can't be helped at the moment. That is a giant spider. Whoa. Alright, anyway, I'm getting distracted. We're going to do just a real quick draft analysis. Really quickly. Because you're going to see my team. But, like, not the rest of my mons. So, what's the point? First mon we picked was Celesteela because I've never used it before. I've always wanted to use Celesteela. It just never made it to me. It finally did. I was like, fuck it, throw the draft plan away. I'm grabbing Celesteela. So this big old satellite lady, Cecilia, by the way, come on. She's gonna be starting off our draft. I figure, you know what? We've already got one flying type. Why not get another flying type in Thunderous Therian? Now that's gonna knock out our electric type. He is unfortunately going to give us a rock and an ice week, but the way I see it, we got a big tank so far. Honestly, Celesteela can do a number of things. Tanking, you can autotomize, you can go offensive, you can do a bunch of jazz. Thunderous Therian is going to give us just slightly above average speed, which is nice, and that beautiful special attack. I wanted to grab our special breaker as soon as physically possible, and that's exactly what happened. Great move pool. A lot of fun tech. Third of all, we draft by far my favorite and quite possibly the only grass type I like, Celebi, the Doctor, the Time Lord. I love Celebi. You can do a bunch of stuff with Celebi. You can be bulky, you can do offensive, you can do support, you can do whatever you want. It's a Celebi. It's weak to U-turn, but like, that's why I have a bunch of other mons. So, you know what happens. Next up, again, like, we have one Psychic type, why not grab another Psychic type? But like I said, I'd grab Celesteela in my plane right out the window. But we're gonna grab Mega Gallade. I figure Special Wall Breaker, Physical Breaker, pretty nice move pool, to be honest. He's got a very decent amount of coverage, especially with the SD subset. Amazing SPDF for just no reasons whatsoever. Not too great in the HP department. Pretty good speed, but again, 165 base attack. You can't go wrong, and priority and Shadow Sneak. So Mega Gallade has made a space on our team. I noticed by this point, I don't have a spinner. And another mon I just never get to draft. Like, we picked up Donphan. Hannibal the Donphan, I love him. I've messed around with Donphan a few times. I've done a lot of really wonky stuff. I don't think I've ever actually used standard Donphan before. Eventually, like, we're gonna try it out. I have to. I gotta bring Rapid Spin at some point, right? So, next up we have Kyurem, a mon I really don't like, but it just keeps ending up on my draft. I really needed an Ice type, really needed a Dragon type, and with the T-Ring system, it was gonna be really difficult for me to grab both and have them be quality mons just by the way the draft was going, and the amount of slots I had left, the amount of roles I needed filled. I figured, you know what, Kyurem can come. It's a cannon, I'll tell you that much. I think it's a freaking cannon. Again, Subreese is a pretty decent set. I have walled out a team with a Kyurem and a Cofagrigus before. I think it was my very first season in the NPL, I believe. But it worked. Cofagrigus and Bulky Kyurem completely just shut a team down. It was a lot of fun, actually. Dual screen Kyurem. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Yeah, who'd have thought? But Kyurem's here again. Don't know how this thing keeps getting here, but sure does seem to like me. You know what? This is a draft of new mods. We have Mimikyu coming up next. Mimikyu is a lot of fun. I really only used it throughout Moon. Never touched it in competitive. I also don't ladder. I don't find laddering to be fun. Just my opinion, not bashing it. But Mimikyu is a great mon. I mean, it has its own sub. Like, come on. And its stats aren't even bad. But Mimikyu's here. It's a fairy. Okay? It's a ghost and a fairy. Just randomly. So, 2 things I could really use. We got the potential to be bulky. We can have a sweep. We can have just throw some statuses around and just have safety in auto sub. I want to run substitute Mimikyu. It seems like it'd be funny. It seems like really bad, but really funny. I'm gonna try that one time. It's gonna happen. Next, one of my all-time favorite water type, Sharpedo, mainly because it has so much just mysterious tech to it, and everyone just seems to run the same protect 3 offensive move Sharpedo. Oddly enough, it is one of our Z-Mons as well. Who was my other one? I don't remember. I had another Z-Mon. One was Sharpedo. Celesteela was a Z-Mon, because eventually when offensive Celesteela comes out, it's gonna blow something back and then get that beast boost and then just continue blowing things back. But we're past that point. We're past that. Main bench, well, not bench, I'm sorry. The main roster, our main 9 mons, are only going to have offensive Z moves. For those of you who are not familiar with the Battle Union, the Battle Union, TBU. But Sharpedo's here, going to be doing some crazy stuff. We're going to bring defensive rough skin Rocky Helmet Sharpedo guys. It's going to take 1 hit and die, and then sap like 30% of their health. Oh my god, I'm not going to probably not going to do that. But time will tell. The last mon we have for our regular mons is going to be the Ford Tauros. Yeah, Ford Tauros. I like Tauros a lot. It's so underrated, so horribly underrated. Great physical attack, great speed, great special attack options, plus sheer force equals pretty good special attacks. And it is surprisingly bulky. We'll get to that in like, I don't know, 10 more minutes, 15, whatever. Leave me alone. We're going to skip our viewer pick at the moment and jump straight to our bench. Our first bench mon is Ninetales. I love Ninetales. I really love Ninetales. Drought's fun. Hypnosis is fun. I kind of wish I could have given that this. No, wait, that doesn't make sense because offense. Hypnosis is fun. Yeah. Energy Ball, Solar Beam, Fire Blast, Will-O-Wisp, Ninetales stuff, Spite. I'm never gonna use Spite, but stuff. Ninetales is cool. Ninetales is fun. It's got really high special defense for its tier, so yeah. Last but not least, for a bench, we have Stunfisk. I don't remember why I picked Stunfisk. I mean, I have a ground type in Donphan. I have an electric type in Thundy. It's really unnecessary for me. Once free agencies happen, it may be the first thing I drop. Yeah. Like, I understand, like, cult followings are cool, but I also didn't like Donnie Darko, so Stunfisk is probably gonna go. It's not bad, I just don't really, there's no reason for me to have it. I don't remember why I picked it up in the first place. Our viewer pick is Wigglytuff. I know, the little fucking possessed balloon is gonna be here. Viewer pick does have access to status Z moves, which is one gigantic reason I listed as viewer pick. I'm not gonna tell you why, but just look at the move pool. Wigglytuff can do a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, all around this team, it's pretty offensive. Not insanely fast, but it's fast enough. Bulk is a little lacking, but at the same time, like, I don't have dedicated walls. I have very specific bulk. This team mainly was made to be a jack-of-all-trades team. Like, for example, Celesteela can be offensive, it can be defensive. Celebi can be offensive, it can be defensive. Donphan can be offensive or defensive. You see where I'm going with this? Tauros, Ninetales, more, specially bulky, but it's happened before. I've got it to work. It can work again. But, jack-of-all-trades team. Nothing's really a master of anything outside of, Gallade, Thundy. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. What am I doing? Okay. So we're gonna end this here. I'm gonna end this segment. I'm gonna try to keep timestamps. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Bear with me. Whatever. You'll see little numbers in the description, so just do that. Alright, time for the team builder. Yeah, welcome to the team builder. I'm going to try to keep this short. I don't really like going into a lot of details. I don't like rambling, really. It's not my style. I'd rather give you something to look at. I want to wow you. But we're going to start off strong with Justamon, the Mega Gallade. Now, this thing was absolutely created to take on Tapu Fini, mainly because most people would not expect a Mega Gallade to take on a Tapu Fini. Regular Gallade is going to have Justified, so we can predict a crunch. Oh, fun fact, before I do anything. Fun fact. When I made this team, I thought he had Zygarde 10%, not 50. So I calculated everything for Zygarde 10%. Getting back to the builder, that's gonna matter a little bit later on. We brought Justified Gallade just so we can predict a crunch, get in there, and get an attack buff. Now, if that doesn't work, we still have Swords Dance. Originally, I was going to bring Substitute over Shadow Sneak, but I figure if he starts Dragon Dancing, I want to have a way to get in there quick and take him out. But we've got 36 HP, max attack, and 220 with a Jolly Nature. Oh, 220 in speed, if you can't see. Yeah. But the thing was maybe take out Fini. Swords Dance, Poison Jab, Drain Punch, Shadow Sneak. If he has a defensive Fini, a +2 2-hit KO with Poison Jab. If he's defensive, we can live with Moonblast. If he's not defensive, he dies. So, either way, the only way we're getting O-Code with a Moonblast is if it's a crit, or if he's like super special attack, invested, modest. Because I think a Moonblast from a fairly uninvested Fini does like 60 some minimum to us, 70 some maximum. So, worst case scenario, we two-shot it. But Justamon's here for Fini, especially if we get a Swords Dance up. That is, I think for the most part, Sweep City. Let me just check my notes again real fast to make sure that stuff is happening. Yeah. Poison Jab for Fini. Drain Punch for Umbreon. We needed something for Umbreon. I really don't have much on my team that can handle Umbreon. Shadow Sneak for Darmanitan, honestly, because let's be honest, against my team, he doesn't. I should probably go into his team. That might help. We're playing RTK. I think we played him once before in some back alley league. I had to drop out of it for some reason. But he's got Tapu Fini, Zygarde 50%, not 10, because I'm an idiot. Umbreon, Darmanitan, Articuno, Aerodactyl, Electivire, Mienshao, Sylveon, Hypno, Metagross, and Venusaur. But yeah, so, wow, totally just lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, Mega Gallade's here to take out Tapu Fini, blah, 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 stuff and jazz. We're going to move on to our next mon, which is going to be Donphan. We're going to, no, that's wrong. That is wrong. Your name is Hannibal. Because it fucking matters now. But we have Donphan. I figured a Choice Scarf set would probably be best here. Mainly because it's really, I feel like it's going to catch him off guard. We could probably get a free kill off. Either A, if he predicts Stealth Rocks, B, if he predicts Rapid Spin, C, if he predicts to go first. With this set, we do outspeed a decent chunk of his team. Oh lord, I can't even. I think we outspeed the majority. We definitely I prep for Metagross and it's on his bench. I'm awesome. This is awesome. Yeah. We outspeed Darmanitan if it's banded, but let's be honest, there really isn't a reason for him to bring banded Darmanitan. With my team's lack of bulk, I should say, he'd be dealing an unnecessary amount of damage for an unnecessary amount of recoil. It just makes more sense for him to be Scarfed, which, yeah. But it'd be good for cleanups. We can hit Zygarde really hard. Well, I mean, we have Ice Shard. But if he's trying to set up with Zygarde, we could give him an Ice Shard. We could do that anyway. You leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't remember the exact speed tiers anymore. I prepped this team like a week ago. But I know we outspeed... Scarf should be speed creeping, and Electivire I believe he would be bringing. I don't remember what the set was, but I brought Scarf for a reason, I promise. But we have Earthquake, we have Stone Edge, we have Ice Shard, we have Gunk Shot. Honestly, this moveset hits a lot of his team very hard. Gunk Shot doesn't O-code Feeny, but it takes out, again, depending on investment, takes out about 70-80%, which after some chip damage, we should be able to take it out. Again, I really thought he had Zygarde 10%, not 50, because I'm stupid. That's really what it comes down to. So Ice Shard did a lot more than what it actually would do. Umbreon is a tank, doesn't matter. Darm dies to EQ, Articuno dies to Stone Edge, Aerodactyl dies to Stone Edge, Electivire dies to EQ, Mienshao just dies because it's Mienshao, and Savali is, it really depends because I don't know which type of Savali he would be bringing in the first place. Anyway, this Donphan is really just made to be a, I don't want to say potential cleanup, because the chances of it cleaning up is slim to none, but it's really supposed to take him off guard and take out something important with it. Not with it, but, you know, take him off guard as well as take out something important to his team. There we go. That's what I meant to say. But this thing really just speaks for itself. Next, we have Cecilia Cecilia the Celesteela. Yeah. There's a lot of wonky stuff going on here. I figured a defensive set would probably be best, as it walls a majority of his team. Tapu Fini really can't do much to it. It's an Umbreon, so Umbreon is going to do Umbreon stuff. We can lead seed Umbreon. Kind of break that down a little bit. Darm kills it. It doesn't fucking matter. Even if he's Jolly Scarf, Darm is going to kill this Celesteela. Articuno can't really touch it. Aerodactyl, even with Stone Edge, isn't going to do a ton of damage. I mean, I don't know about Z Stone Edge. I didn't really calc that. Probably should have. Didn't really, because Aerodactyl is his Z-Mon. Electivire is, it's electric type. It's going to hurt. That's a thing that will happen. Mienshao, Savali, again, I don't know its type. And Hypno is a Hypno. So, we brought a mixed defensive Celesteela with Heavy Slam, which hits a majority of his team. What Heavy Slam doesn't hit, Earthquake hits a little better. Protect and Leech really just speak for themselves. We want the sustenance. Celesteela is really just the... It's our weird little wonky wall. We get 224 in HP, 44 in attack with an adamant nature. Really just to add a little extra oomph. I figure with that 44 plus the adamant nature, we're doing just enough damage to everything to 2 or 3 hit KO. Especially after Leech Seed damage. Defenses are there to be defenses. I actually took the defensive stats from OU Celesteela, and it kind of just worked out with the calc, so we kept it. 8 in speed, literally just could not put it anywhere else. That's 100% what it was. It just wouldn't fit in other places. But with this, Beast Boost is going to be triggering on attack, which I want it to be doing. So, if we murder something with a Heavy Slam or an EQ, that just means the next one's going to be that much stronger. And that is a Celesteela. We're going to move on to Jabba Jaw, the Sharpedo. We got Protect, Waterfall Crunch, and Destiny Bond. Sharpedo is our cleanup for the most part. Sharpedo can take out... It's supposed to be a late game clean. I mean, it's a Sharpedo. It's what it does. Oh my god, I have rough skin. Oh no, never mind. Okay. That, you know what? It doesn't actually matter here. But Protect, Waterfall Crunch, and Destiny Bond. Generic Sharpedo said, 4 in HP. I want the Life Orb damage to kind of balance out, provided we don't eat hits. Max attack, adamant, max speed. Waterfall and Crunch deal pretty decent damage to his entire team by itself, outside of Feeny. But again, we have Donphan, we have Mega Gallade, we have another mon I haven't gotten to yet. Again, I thought he had Zygarde 10%. Extreme Speed, from a 10%. Banded Extreme Speed from Zygarde 10%. Which, yeah, I know doesn't fucking matter because he has 50%. But it would leave us with just enough life to go for the Waterfall. But That's what Destiny Bond's for. If he reveals the E-Speed, we know he has the E-Speed. We use Destiny Bond. Bam. Whatever. I understand that didn't really make any sense. Bear with me, okay? It's like 10... I worked for like 13 hours today. Just leave me alone. But even Scarfed Arm, we will be able to outspeed it eventually. And double protect is always a thing. Don't listen to that. I'm kidding. You should never back up double protect ever. Honestly, there's really no reason for him to bring Articuno to this match. I feel like it doesn't do much for him in this matchup, but we're going to get to my predictions about the battle a little later on in the video. Aerodactyl, bam, Waterfall. Electivire, bam, oh my god, I don't have EQ. But after chip damage, we can take it out with a Crunch. Mienshao, take it out with Waterfall. Silvally, this thing is throwing me off. I just completely lisped. Oh my god, I'm sorry. You know what? Let's just make it work. We're gonna make it work. We got Hypno next. Crunch. We have Destiny Bond basically because if Sharpedo goes on a killing spree, and something comes out that I can't OHKO and I know I will die, we have Destiny Bond. Just as well, last resort Feeny kill. Sharpedo can't touch Feeny. If Sharpedo starts killing things, Feeny comes out, bam, Destiny Bond. Sharpedo dies, but so does Feeny. As Feeny is one of the biggest threats to my team, to be perfectly honest. That and Electivire really just hurt me so badly. As well as Darmanitan. He has 3 really scary mons here. Speaking of Darmanitan, we're going to segue that into the Ford Taurus. And our nice rest talk set. Very bulky Taurus right here. We've got Intimidate, 236 in HP. Just enough in attack to, again, calc for Zygarde 10%. We would be hitting Zygarde 10% for a pretty hefty amount with a Body Slam. Just because of that 20%. I think it buffs it to... I think it puts it just over 45%. And max defense with a nice impish nature for the extra bulk. Tauros is here to basically drive Darmanitan to suicide. Wow, I could have put that so much better. But... Ford Taurus is here to kill Darmanitan by forcing it to kill itself. We have Rest Talk, Body Slam, and Earthquake. Now, again, he has 0 reason to bring a Banded Arm. If he brings Banded Arm, he risks my team outspeeding it, and he risks himself taking way more damage than necessary to deal an adequate amount. Scarf is his best bet, and considering Scarf, Tauros can eat. Tauros with medium to low rolls can eat 2 Flare Blitzes after Stealth Rocks and rest back up. So... yeah, Tauros is basically just here to be a wall that Darmanitan slams itself against over and over again, provided RTK doesn't make, that many good predictions. That many isn't after, like, the first switch or 2. But still, I'm planning for Tauros to be asleep the majority of the battle, which is why we have Sleep Talk, so we can, try to hope to get some Body Slam pairs off or a nice lucky EQ on Darm. And last but not least, we have the Doctor, who is Celebi. Again, prep this thing specifically for Zygarde 10%, because I completely expected him to bring a Banded Zygarde 10%. I keep repeating this, I know I do. It really didn't matter all that much, but you know what, my prep would have been just a tad bit different. My fault. It's okay. Physically bulky Celebi, 232 in HP, 236 in defense with a nice bold nature, 36 at special attack, and that 1 extra point in special defense because of Tapu Fini. Luckily, Tapu Fini really doesn't do a whole lot not a whole lot to Celebi. Moonblast is still going to hurt, but we have Giga Drain, and he's not going to want to stay in anyway. But bulky ass Celebi is going to be bulky as hell with Recover, Giga Drain, Earth Power, and U-turn. We have the Earth Power specifically for a Darm prediction, as well as to take out the Electivire. U-turn for some nice pivot, and, Recover and Giga Drain, they kind of just speak for themselves. But, yeah, that's the team right there. That's the kind of shenanigans that we've got bringing. Oh my god, this video is 15 minutes already. Guys, I'm sorry. There's going to be timestamps. I'm telling you. I'm going to have timestamps for you because this is insane. I hate making videos this long. But next up, we're going to have the battle. After that, we're going to try out a new special segment. But I'm going to see you in just a minute, so hold tight. Alright, so we're in the battle with RTK. And as you can see, he's brought down Manatee, Electivire, Zygarde, 50%, Tapu Fini, Hypno, and Aerodactyl. Mostly what I expected, to be honest. I saw Zygarde 50% and I lost it. I was like, oh my god, this is not 10%. I did bad things. This was not a fun time for me. Tapu Fini expected, Electivire expected, Darm absolutely expected. And looking at his roster, I was like, he's bringing Darmanitan. It's gonna happen. I'm surprised he popped his Hypno Cherry already. Unfortunately, I really didn't prep too much for it, as I didn't think he would bring it. Aerodactyl, I kind of figured, you know, it's got a lot of coverage that would be useful against me, so it was a very strong mon in our maybe pile. Judging by this, I honestly can't tell. I get Aerodactyl's forced to be his rocker. Darm, again, probably Scarfed. Electivire, I want to assume Banded, but, oh, there we go. I clicked the button. We're gonna hop in. We're gonna just check it out, you know? Let's do the thing. This is taking a long time. Oh, there we go. Okay. We can feel free to ignore that jazz down the bottom. Okay, we're challenged by RTK, and he's gonna lead off with no one because I'm going first, and I'm gonna lead off with a doctor. I figured it was our best bet. Which was wrong, because he led off with Darmanitan, which was his best bet, because, again, I'm dumb. So, I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to switch out, because Flare Blitz and U-Turn are going to hurt like hell. We're just going to go straight into the forward Taurus, and drop his attack a little bit. You know, he's going to go for that U-Turn. That was to be expected, but again, I had to get Celebi out of there. Really wasn't trying to lose it this soon in the battle. He's going to hop on. I was going to go into Aerodactyl. And I was really confused because I was like, I'm a Tauros. Like, there's a very strong chance I have Ice Beam. But he sees that I have Intimidate. He sees that I have Lefties. Obviously, I'm not going to carry Ice Beam with a non-Sheer Force leftover as Tauros. So, I don't know what he wants to do. We're going to back out because Tauros really can't hurt this thing. I thought about the Body Slam, but no. So, he gets off his turn 2 Stealth Rocks, which is really good for him because he does not know that we don't have Rapid turned on. Celestial comes out. He's going to get out of there. He's going to go into Electivire. And we go for the Heavy Slam. And this is going to do a surprising amount of damage. Like, I was surprised at how much this did. I probably should have gone for the Earthquake, seeing that he went for Stealth Rock, but I expected the Taunt. Just in case he thought I was going to check the switch with Leech Seed. We're going to Protect just to scout him out. And I don't want to catch a Flamethrower. I just don't want it. So we're going to go into Hannibal, expecting a Thunderbolt, because he doesn't know what item we have yet. Yes, he does. He knows we're lefties. He went for a Volt Switch there. We lucked out, as he's going to go for the Hidden Power. I honestly didn't know. Ice, Grass, Water, anything really would be good in this situation. But I expected Aerodactyl to come out, you know, expecting an Earthquake. But he stays in. He's going to eat the Stone Edge. Luckily, it does kill. The crit did not matter. I calced it beforehand. But this Zygarde's going to come out, and I am locked in the Stone Edge. I don't want to be locked in the Stone Edge. That sounds like a bad time. So we're going to hop on out. We're going to get out of there. We're going to go into our Zygarde switch in, who is going to be Celebi. A little bit of rocks damage. You know, whatever. Just for 1,000 arrows here. This is going to do zero damage. Now, he reveals that he is Life Orb, which I notice now. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I didn't notice that at first, because he's gonna hop on out, and I thought, wow, okay, he could be banded. Because again, I'm not very bright. We're gonna go for the Giga Drain, which does honestly a surprising amount of damage to that Darmanitan. I didn't expect that. But I figured, at this point in the battle, he can freely go for a Flare Blitz. Donphan will die. Probably. I don't know. I didn't actually calc that. But we're going to go into the forward Taurus. which I've already eaten rocks twice and a U-turn, so the damage is a little concerning to me. But flip what's going to happen. He's going to ram into our bull. Does more than I anticipated, to be perfectly honest. I believe there was a chance that a second one could kill at this range of health. But he is actually just going to switch out here, which was just really, really lucky for me. Going into Hypno, as his forewarn does tell him that we have Earthquake. I cannot talk, oh my lord. We're just going to take a nap, you know? We're staring death in the face, and Ford just goes to sleep. That's how you can tell. This bull's a man. Fucking Ford Taurus, come on. Gerald Ford right there. We're gonna go into Celesteela because I don't know what this thing wants to do. It's a Hypno. Like, it's in such a low tier that it's completely unpredictable. But he goes for the nasty plot, and oh my god, he's a nasty pass. I need to stop the nasty pass. I felt like Feeny was the obvious play here, unless he wants to start dropping special attacks. So we just decided to go for the Elite Seed. I could have gone for the Heavy Slam. But it just would not have done enough damage, and I didn't know if this Feeny was carrying, like, HP Electric, HP Fire, whatever. But we're going to leech it. I was praying for this to hit, too. So, worst case scenario, we have this Feeny on a timer, which is just grand for us. And we get Cecilia back to full health, which, you know, that 1 HP. Good looks on us. But he's going to switch on out of there. I think once the timer hit, he just didn't want to be in the situation anymore. He understood the danger of Leech Seed and having my entire team still intact, especially Celebi. We're going to go for a Heavy Slam, which is going to put Darm in a really bad situation. He's no longer free to just shoot off Flare Blitzes, which is, again, really good for us. We're going to go into Ford. I really should have stayed in. There. Even if Celesteela had died, Darmanitan would have died with it, and that Darm is such a giant threat to my team. Like, Celesteela would have gone down, but Darm would have as well. Like, I ran the couch, Celesteela was dead. But Celesteela was not nearly as useful to me as Darm was to him. So, should have sacked it, didn't sack it. Mistakes were made. Ford's going to switch on out. The doctor's going to come in, seeing this Zygarde, and he's... Well, rocks are going to happen first, in this nice, beautiful terrain. Look at this, guys. Look at these nice, sparkly clouds. That Crunch is going to connect. I probably... He takes life orb damage. We recover. Now, that's important, because we would have lived another Crunch after the lefties. I should have gone for the recovery here. I really should have gone for the recover. Because not going for recover means now Celebi isn't going to be able to just freely switch into a possible Crunch. We're going to go into Justamon, because the expected Crunch would have given a justified boost, and at the time, that was my first thought. I was like, okay, he's Crunch. We baited the Dark Attack. We're going to send in Gallade and get the attack buff. Didn't predict him to switch. So, Justamon versus Hypno. And we're going to go for a Swords Dance because I don't really know what he wants to do. Now, I mentioned in the Team Builder, I almost put on a Substitute. And if I still had it, I would have used it against the Hypno, knowing that Hypno most likely wouldn't be able to break it. So, Hypno's going to Baton Pass here. Not a bad play at all. He knows that Gallade really can't touch him, but he can't really touch Gallade. He goes into Feeny. We went for a Poison Jab. We went for the Poison Jab to hit the Hypno. And we got Parahax. The Parahax happened. So, I'm so angry. I know we can live one Moonblast. So we're going to go for the Poison Jab again. As he went for the Taunt, predicting us to switch out. And we got paralyzed again. Oh my god, I was livid. I was so... Because at that range, we most definitely would have taken out Tapu Fini before that lefty heal. So as you know from Moonblast, I know we can live one more Moonblast. We can live one. And it's a crit. And I almost threw my DS. I was like, this is insane. I got paralyzed twice and then the crit kill. Like, I don't know how I'm going to win now. So we go into our backup Feeny Destroyer. We're going to go for the Protect here, just to get the speed boost up. And my better play probably would have been Celebi, but given we don't know his set yet, I wasn't sure if Moonblast would kill. I'm just going to go for the D-Bond just to get this thing out of the way. I want it off the field. I'm sick of seeing this Feeny. It took out my Gallade. It is going to take out Jabberjaw, unfortunately, but Jabberjaw is going to take it with it because this is the Shark of Revenge, my friends. After this sequence, I was convinced, like, this game. Like, that's it right there. The 2 Parahaxes and the crit, like, Gallade was designed specifically to not die to that thing, and it just... Tapu Fini finds a way, my friends. It finds a way. So we've got Hannibalin against Hypno, and I'm sitting here wishing I had knockoff. He sees the Gunk Shot. I was going to go for the Earthquake, but I figured Aerodactyl would come in, but we went for the Stone Edge, and then we missed. He kills us with a crit Psychic. I don't think the crit mattered there. I really don't think it mattered. We had no Spadef investment, little to no HP investment, so give or take, whatever. Cecilia's coming in against Hypno, and he's going to go for the Baton Pass. And that Hypno's really fast. I didn't know it until I watched his side of the video, but that's a fast Hypno. But Aerodactyl's popping on out. And we went for the Leech Seed just because, like, I didn't know what he wanted to do. I figured Darm would probably come out. At the same time, like, Heavy Slam would have killed Darm. So, Leech Seed just seemed like a good play at the time. Brought us back up to a decent range of health right there. Back up to full. Awesome. So we're looking at a 3-on-4. One of our Mons is... Oh, because Taurus is asleep. Okay. I'm really confused for a minute. He goes for the taunt as we protect, just kind of scouting him out. I wasn't sure. Again, like, Aerodactyl Z-Mon, I didn't want to catch, like, a Z Fire Fang or something like that. But he's going to double taunt. I figure at this point he's probably just sacking off Aerodactyl. I wasn't sure why he wasn't going for an attacking move. Maybe he only had EQ. But Heavy Slam is going to take that arrow right out. And this is when things start to get shaky. Because I'm looking at the matchup and I'm like, okay, we might still be able to win. There is a chance that we can still win this. I make a really big misplay here. Because he knows I'm not going to keep Celesteela out against Zygarde with 1,000 arrows. And he knows Celebi's to switch it. So RTK is going to make a really nice prediction here to go for the D-Dance. I should have gone for Leech Seed. I should have honestly gone for anything. Anything outside of Protect. But there's a decent chance Celebi's not going to live a crunch at this rate. Not from a 50% Zygarde, +1/+1. But the crunch is going off. Our Giga Drain does not go off. That's a thing that didn't happen right there. So he's going to take some lefty damage. For Taurus coming in here, we're going to get the Intimidate off, which is just fabulous. Just fabulous, to be honest. I thought about switching out and just milking the Intimidate and going back and forth, but I didn't. Thank God I didn't, because he went for 1,000 arrows here. And, which Celesteela would not have appreciated. We're asleep. Honestly, at this point in the battle, I wasn't sure if or how many sleep turns I'd even burned off. So over Sleep Talk, just hoping. We do land an Earthquake, which is lucky, just based off the fact that it wasn't Rest. I was really hoping for a Body Slam there. But our lefties are coming up. And this Sleeping Bull is honestly handling this giant snake monster pretty well. He goes for another 1,000 arrows, which knocks us down to barely enough health. Like, my friends and I call this Pokemon health because of this reason. Once any game we play, if it's got, like, almost no health, we call it Pokemon health. We're Sleep Talk again, and we Luck Sack with the Body Slam. I'm really hoping we get the para off, but we do not. And that's just really unfortunate. Honestly, a +1 speed, it really wouldn't have mattered, but it would have given us the chance to rest up again. If he gotten fully paralyzed, we could go back to full health, and we could handle both Zygarde and Darmanitan. But Taurus drops there. Zygarde lives a sad life and kills himself. It's very sad. Darmanitan's gonna come out, and my only mon left is oh my god, what's this thing called? Celesteela. I'm just hoping he's not. I'm hoping he's almost no attack investment, because we're gonna protect here, and we're gonna get ourselves up just a little bit more HP. And I'm just hoping, praying that he did not run max attack. Just rolling on the ground, praying to any god that'll listen that he's not max attack. But this Darm's coming in hot, and that Celesteela is gonna drop down to the ground, back into my ball. Darm is, again, just gonna knock itself out, as it was originally supposed to. Like, that's what was supposed to happen. But he does survive. He does win with the Hypno, with the Mon we didn't prep for, with that clutch Psychic T-Wave Baton Pass. Oh my god, what was the last attack? Nasty Plot, yeah. But unfortunately, that is going to be a 1-0 for us. I mean, it's only fair. I think last time RTK and I played, I won with a 1-0. So, it happens. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm still a little salty about the dual para and the crit. Only because, like, I'm fairly calm. I can't say for certain, because, let's be honest, it's Mons. Nothing is for certain. But I can say that there was a pretty high chance that we would have pulled through that game if we hadn't gotten the double para crit. Just because at that rate, Mega Gallade would have KO'd Tapu Fini. Like, he gave me his sets afterwards, and we calced it. But even on a min roll, if Mega Gallade hadn't killed Fini, a Sharpedo would have, which means we still would have had Sharpedo. We still would have had our way around Darmanitan. We still would have had a way to take out Zygarde. We still would have had a way to take out the Hypno, for Sharpedo to essentially do what it was designed to do in the first place. But you know what? I mean, it happens. It's week 1. We're only at 0-1, -1. Out of all the losses, I'm happy that we are the -1 team. And honestly, it was still a great battle regardless of the outcome. Like, I've only battled RTK twice, but both matches were insanely intense. Like, I love battling this guy. I hope we meet up again at some point. But that's going to be it for me. Be sure to stay tuned next week, because we are going to be battling Frito, and that's going to be fun. I've got some pretty interesting prep for you, buddy. But that's going to be it for me. Oh my god, this video is so long. I hope you guys realize it took me, like, I sat down on 3 or 4 separate occasions I recorded this. I didn't just sit and do it outright. I don't have that kind of time on my hands. That's a lie. I'm in 3 leagues. I have enough time. But that 4th segment I told you about, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I thought about it. I thought about it a lot. I'm just not gonna carry it through. I can basically do it in 5 seconds at the end of the battle and knock out an extra 10 minutes. But that's gonna be it, guys. Again, timestamps. I mean, it's the end of the video. You've seen the timestamps. What am I talking about? Make sure to go watch RTK's video. Please check out his insight on the match. He's got a lot of great ideas that I didn't think about, and really getting into his headspace about it is going to be worth your time. But that's going to be it for me. Make sure to stay tuned next week with our match against Frito, and go ahead and sub to the rest of the TBU and the channel itself. But hopefully I have a layout for you next time. Until then, stay frosty.